On the 1st of July, Ralf Rangnick has made 2 bids for 2 players that we definitely can't afford both. Alvaro Abasolo being one of them from PSG. Looks like a quality defender. There are some weaknesses. However, though, only 13 position. His natural is a centre-back and he's only 5'10 with 9 jumping reach. So for me, I would not want to get that deal over the line because I'd rather play the other defenders that we have because he's just not going to be good enough in the air. But the other one, Domenico Brunel from Club Brugge. This one looks good. Has fantastic attributes in the mentals and physical departments. His technicals aren't bad. He's 24 years of age, so there's still a little bit to work with. And he still has a bit of potential. But his player traits arrives late in the opposition area. Yeah, tries long range, comes deep to get ball, can be good. For a centre midfielder, he's not bad. He's not bad at all. So that one's £27.5 million. The Abasolo's £22 million. I would like to think that we get the Brunel deal done and we don't have to worry about the Abasolo one. Now remember, we're in the Champions League this year, so we do need a bit of a big squad. However, it does look like we are going to be losing Valentin Romero. Now, we've had a few bids in for him, which was rejected, and then he wanted to discuss and leave, and now we've had some bids that have been accepted. Ralf Rangnick has spoken to him and decided to let him go. Newcastle coming in for 25 million, Inter Milan coming in for 22.5, I guess, because they are not on this country. We're not in this country, or we're allowing him to go a little bit less. The news on the transfers on the in, though, is Abasolo has agreed a deal with Real Madrid and not with us. So that's fantastic. He is now a Real Madrid player. However, Brunel, the guy that I actually quite liked, he is getting a work permit and he has joined us. So I think we got the better end of the deal here. He's going to be a direct replacement for Valentin Romero, to be fair, but we are looking quite weak squad-wise. If we take a look at our squad, it doesn't look the biggest. And if we're going to continue losing players, then obviously I'm not going to be too happy about that. Now, a guy who's literally been at the club his whole career, Calvin Phillips, we're getting a few offers in for him, and he might actually be going. Phillips wants to discuss. As I'm responsible for sending the player, I want to know if I speak to him or would you like to? You are going to speak to him, Ralph. You will. So it does look like we might be losing Calvin Phillips. 34 years of age, but he's still quality. Still very good. Mentally, he's fantastic, of course. And obviously, he's got that natural fitness and stamina, which means that he's continued on throughout his whole career here at Leeds without really dropping off attribute-wise. He's been phenomenal for us. Like, he's played majority of the time every single season other than last season, so it could be his last time at the club. So Romero has left. He has joined Inter Milan, £22.5 million. We've brought in Brunel for £27 million, which means we do have £27 million left with a very decent wage budget. However, we could have had a lot more money because Manchester City has come in for 29-year-old Takafesi Kubo for £72 million, and Ralf Rangnick has rejected it. I would have accepted this in a heartbeat if it was me. In a heartbeat. He's on a high wage. We can replace him with somebody younger, somebody who would turn out to be better. Like, he's good, but he's not £72 million good. Yes, he got 15 assists last season. He had a very good season for us in the Premier League, helping us get to Champions League football. I still would have accepted it. I don't care. 29 years of age, £72 million. Yes, please. But yeah, we turn that down, I guess. Jose Mourinho coming in as a scout. What? Yeah, somehow we're trying to get a work permit to bring Jose Mourinho, who's 67 now, in as a scout for £3,200 a week. So he's classed himself as director of football, but also a scout. He's retired from management, which is what I'm guessing all of this means, that he doesn't want to do it at all. So, I mean, he's just been sacked as the Aston Villa manager after only 1 year. He did spend a long time at Roma, to be fair, a good 7 seasons. Hey, if he wants to be a scout, he can offer us something. Why not? Why not? Now, our first game of the season is away to Burnley, so that's going to be a tricky tie. Obviously, Burnley at Turf Moor is never easy to play against, especially the way that they play. Now, this is 10 years on almost into the future, so I'm not too worried about it. However, the first thing that we're going to do before we take a look at the results here is talk to you about Spitch. Yes, Spitch are the brand new fantasy footballing app on the market, which you can download on your phones for free of charge. And the best thing about Spitch is that even though it's free to download, you can actually win a lot of prize money. There's 2 links at the top of the description. The first link there, download Spitch on your mobile device for free, as mentioned, and you help me as a content creator, so if you'd like to do that, I would very much appreciate it. The second link is where you can really have some fun, and you can join my community league. Every single week, me and Dad, we're talking about who we're battling up against every single time. There's a guy called Foreman right now who is dominating, and Dad is ever so close to catching him up. I'm almost rooting for it, because I've dropped off. I missed a week and I've dropped off, whereas Dad, he is hot on the tail of Foreman, and I really want Dad to beat Foreman. I mean, it might be George Foreman, who knows? But the best thing about Spitch, in my humble opinion, is that every single week you can pick a brand new team. There's not a limit to how many transfers you make, and all the statistical analysis is on the app. Now, it's available in the UK, Germany, and Austria, and you do have to be 18 years of age or over. Verify your account with a little snap of your identification, because of course, you can actually win prize money. You don't have to put a penny in yourself. You can if you want to, but you will ultimately be able to win prize money for free, even if you don't, because if you're really good at it, like me, I've won twice. Dad hasn't, even though he's got more of a score than I have. So thank you everybody who's been joining my community league and making it a very much a fun season. We'll definitely be carrying on next season, so please stick around. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you join Spitch. Top of the description is where you'll find the 2 links. Remember, the first one is to download it, second one is to join the community league. Thank you to everybody who has joined so far, and thank you very much to Spitch for sponsoring the video. So our trip to Turfmoor was actually quite a good one. Yeah, Lorenzo Luca, he's very good still. He's very, very good. He managed to score 2 goals for us in a 2-1 victory, actually opening the scoring in just the 3rd minute. The second one coming from a corner ball. That's why Takafesi Kubo is probably getting so many assists, bumped up from how good Lorenzo Luca is at corners. Burnley did pull one back though in the 70th minute. Just bad positioning there, I think, from Ilya Meslier. And Patson Daka, who has now grown into a very capable player, manages to slot one in. But we did look quite comfortable. We had 20 shots to their 10 with a very good XG. They actually did have a good XG, but they didn't make the most out of it. So we started off the season with a big W. The second game of the season, we actually defeated Everton 3-1 back at home at Ellen Road. Brunio, our new signing, getting on the score sheet after the 1st minute. Lorenzo Luca getting a second, and Arno Peters on the 84th. Terra Murphy did get a consolation goal for Everton, but we absolutely dominated. And if you look at this, every single one of our players who played got over a 7 rating, including our goalkeeper. And that's because Everton had 14 shots, 6 of them was on target. And of course, he managed to save quite a few of them. We have 32 shots in total with 17 on target, so there's no wonder why their goalkeeper, despite conceding 3, got a 7.6. However, it did not end that well in this summer's pre-season or at the start of the season, because Manchester United, how have they done this? I mean, it's ridiculous. Their squad is absolutely insane. We go 2-0 up. In fact, no, we go 1-0 up with Lorenzo Luca. They equalise with Martin Satriano. Of course, he's a very good player on this game, the young Uruguayan, but he has developed into a monster. Like, he is absolutely incredible. So the 29-year-old now in his prime. Lorenzo Luca puts us back in the lead, and we think, oh, good, we're at Old Trafford, we're doing the business against one of the rivals, of course, Man United and Leeds, a fantastic rivalry. No, Marcus Rashford, 81st minute, Diego Dalot in the 91st minute, and Yusufa Makuku sends us home crying in the 93rd minute. People were commenting on how good Yusufa Makuku looks. Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? How good he actually is, and he's only 25 years of age. By the way, if you're wondering when this series is going to end, we are coming into the last 3 seasons now. So this Friday will be the final season, the finale season. So we've only got 3 seasons to try and win the league, only using Ralph Rangnick's transfers. Okay, well, the transfer deadline has passed. We didn't add anybody else to our squad. We have been rejecting a few offers, including a few for Fran Beltran. He's in the last year of his contract. The only signing on the outs was Valentin Romero. The only sign on the ins with Brunio. It's been a very quiet transfer window. We are sticking with the same tactic, the 4-3-3 that we used last season. I don't know why we would change it when it actually got us Champions League football, and it seemed to do the business with the 3 up top, scoring quite a lot of goals in between them. Of course, Lorenzo Luca getting the majority of them. So we've got the players to suit it. I think this is probably, I mean, if we go for our best 11 here, pick that restriction best 11, you can see Almeida's in there with Kubo and Calvo. I personally wouldn't be doing that. I'd be doing Brunio, our new signing, and probably Bruno Attella instead of Calvo. I don't know about Calvo. Like, just that passing just worries me ever so slightly. He's very good natural fitness and everything. Yeah, I don't know. Pass is simple, I guess, but I would still go with Bruno Attella, who has actually developed into quite a quality player with that 18 passing and 16 vision, great positioning defensively. So I think as more of a deep line playmaker, he would definitely be my favoured position, or my favoured person in that position. You can see the rest of the team though is pretty much how I would pick it, including the front three there, Srirac and Araujo, who haven't actually scored yet this season. Lorenzo Luca has got 5 of the goals, and Arno Peters has got 1 of them, and Brunel obviously got 1 as well. So yeah, we need the other strikers to start scoring goals, but let's simulate the season into January and see where we are laying. Oh, before we do that, our Champions League group is Lazio, PSV and Anderlecht. I'd be very disappointed if we didn't go through. Okay, we're in January, and hello, we're top of the league right now. Now, I don't want to get too confident because we've been stung by this before, but 48 points, 4 points ahead of Manchester City, 5 points ahead of Man United. They both have a game in hand, so even if they did win that game, we'd still be in the lead. We haven't drawn any games, but we have lost 5 against most of the big clubs, and War's even given us a 2-0 spanking when we went to their stadium. But 16 wins in total is not bad, and a lot of those games we were scoring a fair amount of goals. A 1-0 away win to Chelsea, though, is very good. So, yeah, this is quite surprising. We scored the most goals by a couple as well. We've had the most shots. Fewest conceded, we're nowhere to be seen, but we know that's what we're like. We're a Kevin Keegan team, as my dad would say. We're trying to score more goals than you. Lorenzo Luca has 19, and Srirac, considering he had 0 goals after the first 3 games, is now up to 14. So I think we can be very proud of how well he has done in this second half of, well, this first half of the season after we last left them. But hey, that's not bad at all. In the Champions League, we did get through our group, and we have pulled up against Atletico Madrid in the first round knockout stage. But did we top our group? That's the question I want to know, as well as what you do. And yes, we did. We won all 6 games against Lazio, PSV and Anderlecht, scoring a ton of goals as well. 18 points, Lazio go through with us. Now, there's no transfers on the ins right now, as we can see, but on the outs, there has been quite a few. Some teams are coming in for Caligari. We've got Fran Beltran and Calvin Phillips, who look like, because they're out of contract, are going to be leaving the club because he has no desire to keep them on, I guess, in their 30s, both centre midfielders, which means we will be quite light in centre midfield, especially CDM. So I think if I play around with this and give us a little bit more money on the transfer budget instead, or give us a little bit less on the transfer budget and more on the wage budget, then we might actually be able to sign some players. Well, we are 1 hour left of the transfer deadline day, and it's been a frustrating one because we haven't even made any offers for people. We've got £35 million in the bank just sat there, but we've got so many offers coming in. Kaiki, we just rejected a £65 million bid from Aston Villa, who also went for Calvo for 45. I would have accepted that. Both offers have been rejected, though. We are losing Belgium. We are losing Calvin Phillips, both overseas, so it's not too bad, but I'm still a little bit annoyed by that. As you can see, we signed absolutely nobody, and we have lost a couple of players. And Mauro Katanic is another player that left at the start of January. I didn't even see it myself, to be honest, but he has left and joined Bayern Munich for £25 million. So we did make a profit on him, and considering we didn't play him that much last season, it's not too much of downhearted. He just had great physical attributes. Well, that's the deadline day passed. We lost no other players. We signed other players. There's only an hour left, but we're in quite a good situation. If I take a look, we've dropped down to 3rd because our results in January weren't the best. They weren't too bad, to be fair, but we got absolutely smashed by Manchester City, and obviously that was a game in hand. They've obviously won every single game, as well as Manchester United. But the rest of it, I guess, a 3-0 victory against West Ham was very good. 4-2 against Bournemouth and a 5-1 against Leicester. Like, we have done quite well in January. It's just that looks a little bit scary when they are the team around us. They come to our stadium and demolish us 4-0. That striker, by the way, that scored a hat-trick, is arguably one of the best strikers in the world. He is absolutely phenomenal. So not only do they have him, but Manchester United have Yusufa Moukoko at the same age. Yeah, it's scary times. I don't understand how we're going to do it. Right then, let's simulate towards the end of the season and see if we can do it, I guess. Oh, we're in June. I don't believe it. We've lost the league on goal difference. I mean, we were nowhere near 20 goals in between us and Manchester United. But the fact that we were there, the fact that we ended on 91 points and we still didn't win the league, I'm gutted. That is so annoying. Look how much Manchester City dropped off. 75 points. They were above us. They were top of the league when we left in January. We've obviously done really well. We've won 30 games out of 38. It's just they drew a few more than what we did when we lost. Oh, I mean, end of the season, we've lost it at the end of the season. That 3-0 loss to Manchester United and a 2-2 draw to Arsenal. That's so frustrating because, again, we're at home and we got smashed by Manchester United or Manchester City, the two Manchester clubs who have great players. It's obviously a case of our tactic is just not as good for us yet when we come up against the best team. We scored the most goals, but they only conceded 25 throughout the whole season. We conceded just one goal short of double the amount. Okay, what about other competitions though? Oh, I thought we won it. FA Cup, we are the runners-up. Please don't say it's Man United. Everton beat us 2-1 in the final. The worst thing about this game as well is I've just seen that Lorenzo Luca also misses a penalty that you can see on the top there on the 11th or 12th minute. He does score after, though, from a set piece. Lorenzo Luca, there we go. That header, crucial for us this season. But we concede in the second half, which obviously wins the game for Everton. An absolutely storming goal by Tallis Magno. I'm gutted. We had 33 shots, an XG of 3.69. And yet we only scored one goal. We have completely been FM'd in the FA Cup final. That close from winning the FA Cup, which we haven't done yet. Champions League, we were knocked down to quarters by Manchester United as well. So I guess we can take a look at how we actually did. We beat Atletico Madrid 2-0 at home after drawing 1-0 away from home. So that's not bad. But the Manchester United game, they dominated us in both legs by the looks of it. We lost 2-1 there and a 3-2 loss at home. Where they actually scored quite a few, which, yeah, that's so frustrating. The Manchester games really have killed our season off. Like, yeah, if we win the FA Cup final, second place FA Cup final, looks amazing. It's just really frustrating, isn't it? Not only do they have Yusuf Bakuka, they've also got Rafael Leao, who is also a quality in this game. So overall, though, that's a quality season. That's a very good season. Lorenzo Luca scored 50 goals. He got 14 assists. Henrique Araujo got 26 goals, 14 assists. And Srirac got 21 goals. That stopped after a while, but he only has played 30 games. So I'm guessing he has missed quite a lot of games through injury there, which is disappointing. Brunel coming in and getting 11 goals and 7 assists is not bad at all. And Kubo getting 21 assists. Our squad, though, is looking quite small, isn't it? That's the trouble. So make sure you're joining us tomorrow for the penultimate season of this Leeds United Director of Football with Ralph Rangnick. Hopefully we can make a couple of sign-ins and win a league title. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.